Hello everyone, it's me Sarah, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be more of a chatty video. I've just been having a lot of thoughts recently regarding being a writer and what being a writer means to me and for me, and I don't know, I feel like I need to get some stuff out. So I have been writing for a very long time. I've been writing since I was 14 years old. So that's 20 years of my life. I'm that old. I have sort of dedicated, I guess, to the dream, the goal of becoming a published author. This is something that I've wanted for however long it's been, and for some reason recently I don't know, I'm not feeling it, I guess, or I still want to be a published author, but now I'm like in that place where I'm completely doubting my ability to do so and my drive to achieve this goal that I have wanted for like since I was a child. And it's really weird to think about it, really, because it's like, am I adulting that much that I've lost all sense and connection with this fabulous goal that I've had, that I've been working towards in some manner of speaking for the past 20 years, which I have been, you know, for me, very conscious of and trying to work towards for at least the past 7 years. And I don't even know how I'm trying to say this. I just don't know, or I fear that it's just not happening, that it's not worth all the trouble that I'm putting into it. I don't know how to put this. Okay, so we all know about imposter syndrome, right? Where you are doubting your accomplishments and you are just an imposter, that someone is going to call you out on all of your bullshit and prove that you are not who you say you are. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced it quite like that. Like, I know I have accomplished a lot over the years I have been writing. Like, I've proven that to myself time and time again by rereading my old work and seeing how much I've improved. Even this YouTube channel, for me, who dislikes social media and is not very good at or fond of chatting to people, that is a major accomplishment for me. I think my issue is that, to me, in my head, for how long I've been working for, I haven't accomplished enough. I am not doing my best. I'm not doing all that I can to achieve my dreams and my goals like I see some people out there doing. And yes, don't compare yourself to others. I do it all the time anyway. It happens constantly, and it's like, we're all different and our journeys are different and how we present ourselves and is different, and sometimes it just happens for people and sometimes it takes a little bit longer for others. But I still can't help that nagging feeling in the back of my head, that little voice that's just like, you've been working on this for 20 years, like, it's not gonna happen for you no matter how hard you try. And it's really hard to sort of fight off that, and now words fail me. The word has failed me, but it's really hard to sort of ignore that nagging and like not believe it sort of thing. I remember clearly when I was younger setting myself my own personal goals. I want to be published by the time I'm 25. I want to be published by the time I'm 30. 25 and 30 have come and gone, so now it's I want to be published by the time I'm 35, which is fastly approaching, so I know that I'm not even going to hit that. And I don't know, I guess it's my age and the age of everybody else around me is sort of like, they're further than you, They are ahead of you. They are where you should have been 5 years ago. And it's, don't get me wrong, I know that there is no age limit, there is no time limit on becoming an author. But this is just all my personal, like, this is just the thoughts that continuously run through my mind, like, every single day of my entire life. I'm not pushing myself hard enough, that I'm not trying hard enough, that I am stalling on my writing journey. Because I've been holding on to this goal for so long, it feels that I am falling behind where everybody else is, where I want to be, or where my mind thinks that I should be. And it's just a weird sort of, like, I know it's not an actual issue and I know it's not an actual problem, but I can tell myself that as much as I want to, but it's not stopping the feels about it. You know, I can't explain stuff to save my life. How I'm going to be able to talk to people about my work, I don't know. I've been feeling like this for quite a while, and it's sort of like very recently occurred to me why I keep thinking the way I'm thinking. We're going to talk a little bit here about shelving your novel. Now, I never knew this term before I came to authortube. I think it was Alexa Dunn I first heard this from when she was talking about shelving novels. This was a good couple of years ago now. Shelving a novel is basically where you stop working on a novel and you shelve it and put it away, and whether you come back to it years later or not, you're just not actively working on it. It's shelved, it's gone, it's done. I have no qualms, I have no problems at all with shelving my novels. I've done it quite a bit. I've done it quite a lot very, very recently. I wrote a novel at the beginning of 2019, which was Project Midnight Garden. I had to think for a second there. That's been shelved. I didn't even start revising it. I didn't reread it. I shelved it. It's like immediately shelved. Project Floral, which is what I wrote for NaNoWriMo last year, it's shelved. It's gone. And there's been various other novels over the course of my writing journey which I have started, which I have written a good 50,000 words of, and I just stopped writing them. Nephilim isn't shelved, but it might as well be at this point. I think I've already come to the conclusion that I need to break that down as well. Take the plot elements that I like, take the characters and sort of rework it into something completely and utterly different, which is a problem for 2021. Now, shelving your novel is not an inherently bad thing. It happens, is whether you've been working on it for so long and you can't quite get it right, whether you've written a novel and you're just not meshing with it, you don't feel it anymore, so you put it away. It's not a bad thing, and I know it's not a bad thing because, you know, for every novel that I write, that is an entire novel's worth of experience I can then take onto the next book. But, and here's my issue that I've realised that I'm having very recently. That's all I seem to be doing. Writing novels, shelving them, maybe perhaps doing a little bit of rewriting on one of the novels that I want to get published, writing yet another new novel because I'm bored, shelving it because I don't like it very much. I'm not progressing as a writer. I keep thinking to myself, if I'm as serious about getting published as I say I am, as I think I am, why aren't I doing more? Why aren't I progressing and making the novels that I've got, the ones I'm actively rewriting, ready for query? Why aren't I taking that next step? And you know what? I think I finally figured it out. It's a weird thing and it's totally on me, and you know, my feelings on it, but I think the reason I keep writing first draft after first draft after first draft, not only because my mind says to me I need to work on more than one thing at a time, otherwise I will stall, I'll procrastinate too much, but because it's just me doing all the hard work. Writing a first draft is a very lonely thing. I'm the only person who ever sees my first draft. I'm writing it, I'm coming up with a story. The only person I need to rely on during the first draft is me. I set the deadline. If I fall behind it, that's on me. If I beat it, that's on me. Like, I do all of the hard work myself, and I know that I can rely on me to do it, and it's less social as well, I guess, to some degree. But yeah, the work gets done and the work gets finished because it's just me, myself and I. But moving on from the first drafts, and when you get to the revision stages and the beta stages, I no longer have to just rely on myself. I have to rely on other people. I need to rely on people to read my work and to critique my work, because without an outside critique, I cannot advance. I cannot keep rewriting the book over and over again based on my personal opinions and thoughts on it, because if there's a massive issue and I'm not seeing it, I can't fix it. And just me revising it isn't going to get it ready for query. So the fact that I have to rely on other people, that I have to find betas or approach betas, or, you know, have all of the stress that I get with betas, like, that sort of brings me down a little bit, because I do not have good luck with betas at all whatsoever. I never have. I'm at that stage where I don't think I ever will. And it's just, why do I want to keep putting myself through the disappointment of trying to rely on someone and have them back out or drop off the face of the planet, or, you know, not communicate with me at all whatsoever, when I can just rely on myself? And it sounds bad. It sounds bad. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm not blaming other people for my lack of progress. I'm really, really not. That's in my head. That is what I think to myself. I'll just avoid the stress of having to deal with other people to help me, because I know it doesn't go well for me. And I'll just write first drafts because it's just me, and I know I know I'm gonna finish it, you know. It's just, I don't, it sounds bad. I'm so sorry. It does sound so bad. It's not anybody else's fault. That's just my feelings on it. That's not to say I haven't ever made fantastic progress on my novels before. I have. Betas have helped me immensely, but more and more recently I found that it's very, very difficult to find them. It's very, very difficult to have them start. It's very, very difficult to have them finish. And for the past 3 or 4 betas I've tried to do, well, it hasn't worked out that well at all, which is really frustrating, because I personally, and also technically, I need that outside feedback in order for me to progress and to get my novel to the querying stage. I don't know, that's my issue. That's my issue. My issues that I'm having right now, guys. I'm behind and I'm not pushing myself, and me in my head don't agree with how I'm doing things, and it's a massive pain in the butt. So I've come to the conclusion, now that I've sort of figured this out, now that I sort of know, or I think I know at least, why I'm not progressing the way I want to be, the way that I imagined I would be, I've sort of given myself some ground rules now. I'm not going to be working on any new novels in 2021. 2020 is the last time that I'm going to write something new, because despite the fact that revision gets monotonous and it's more stressful personally, in regards to things like critique partners and betas and all of that stuff, I need to just stop writing new stuff. I need to stop falling back on what is easy for me, and I need to start pushing myself to doing things that are harder for me, which is working through the beta process and, you know, putting some serious thought and action into revising the novels that I have. So we've got Project Body Swap, which I'm currently rewriting. I've got Project Fae, which is in beta, which I'm going to be working on. I've got Nephilim, which I might say for 2021 It's technically not a new novel, so it's okay. And then I've got my NaNoWriMo project, which I'm writing this year, to also focus on revision and rewriting for 2021. And hopefully, this is my hope, is that I will get Project Body Swap, my main one at the moment. It's the furthest along. I can get Project Body Swap to that place where I feel comfortable with the quality of it to start querying. Which of course is, again, relying on other people and their thoughts and opinions, which, again, is not good for me, but I want to be published. It's my aim to be traditionally published for a very, very long time now, and I'm not going to give up. And it's trying to fight past everything negative that I have about the entire experience at the moment to get to that place that I want to be. And it's going to be a long road to get there, like, I know this for a fact, but it's my goal, it's my dream. It's my dream to be published traditionally, and despite all the setbacks that I have, and despite my mental negative setbacks, I keep pushing on myself. I'll get there. I don't know what this turned into at all whatsoever. Let me know down in the comments below, do you have any stresses or fears about the writing journey? What do you do to overcome any of the negativity that you might be feeling regarding you and your writing? And I will see you in my next video. Good thoughts and happy writing.